Okay, this is looking pretty good. Starting with the legs, I think you could probably even out the topology a little bit. I would, it sort of feels like you don't have knees. I'd probably put, let's put on symmetry. Um, Control Shift X for the, wait, why didn't the symmetry work? This must not be symmetrical. Let's isolate selected. There's some, looks symmetrical, but let's try remirroring it. I can already tell it's not right along the center line if you can see the distance between here and here versus there. So unisolate. And that actually, it feels like your drawing itself is a little off center. If you see that right there, there's the center line. You'd expect it to run a little bit more down the center of the character. Just so select this one and then middle mouse drag and get that just dead centered. And yeah, which one of these looks closer? Maybe that one. So I'll isolate that again. I'll select the faces on this one. Whoops, let's turn off symmetry now that we're just selecting half of this. Okay, just double check the selection. Looks good. Delete. Gonna put the pivot point in the center here. Hold down D and V and middle mouse drag to snap it to, whoops, snap it there. And just make sure, I'm just gonna click on this direction and then just make sure to snap to the center line, and then grab these and make sure this little interface here is open. You can open and close it with this little line. Click on this, absolute transform, X direction 0, enter. Just make sure those are perfectly along the center line. Object mode, shift right mouse click, mirror option, turn off cut geometry, turn on combine original, custom, 0.001 mirror. Okay, and yeah, so now that's symmetrical. And anyway, I was talking about the knee, I believe, so Control Shift X. Let's go put symmetry on again. And Control Shift X for, what? Looks funny. What the heck? I just remirrored this. That's interesting. That looks like a problem right there. When I go to, oh, there's these extra little faces in here up top. Might want to take these points and scale that flat. Oh, that is flat. Okay. I don't know why it's not. Oh, it's doing like half like that. That is weird. I mean, I would expect something like that if it wasn't symmetrical, but we just made it symmetrical. Another way to do this is Control Shift X. If I hold down Shift with the multi-cut tool and start from outside of the surface and then just go straight through, it'll kind of cut a line through that way. And then I can go in here and pull out a bit of a knee. Maybe those could come out a bit. And you already have the kind of back of it. So yeah, that already looks a little bit better to me. Yeah, maybe, I guess that shape's alright. Maybe you want to get this more fitted to the body, or have the body more fitted to this, one way or the other, but right now they didn't either match each other. It's just too big of a gap there. And yeah, I also, you don't need these. Get rid of those faces. And maybe pull this down. Another one, Control E, W, move that down some. Just so, we don't see a gap anywhere. And then this is probably just a case of, well, just going to isolate this. It looks sort of, and this is also not symmetrical, see that? So let's work on that. Yeah, clearly it's not. And again, yeah, well, I guess nothing's centered because the drawing wasn't centered to begin with. So let's see which side looks better. They're about the same. I don't know. Maybe I'll turn off symmetry. Maybe I'll select this side. Whoops. Make sure I get all of it. Delete. Isolate that again. Let's make sure these are all exactly at the center. Just select along the edge there. 0, enter. There we go. The X direction, that looks good. Okay, and then shift right mouse click mirror. I already have the options set. Okay, so now that is symmetrical and looking a little cleaner up top. Still a little bit uneven. I might take out this and that for a moment, and then maybe take that R for scale, flatten that out, and then I think you could work on this shape a little bit more. So yeah, I mean, look at the gap there. Wow. Yeah, it's just nowhere near the shape of the body. You know what I might do is circularize this, and then use the twist to get that straightened out a bit. And then, actually, let's delete this row off and do it to this row here. Circularize that. Looks pretty straight. And then let's just scale that like so. Maybe scale this in a little bit too. I just think that's already a little closer to the shape of the body, as a starting point, and it's a kind of just a nicer, cleaner looking shape. Actually, that's not bad. I mean, you can spend some time pulling some points, but that's pretty good. And then just to make sure, I might just do this process again, just to make sure that it's perfectly symmetrical. Just exactly what we did before. Move mode, 0, make sure those are centered. They were. Shift right mouse click, mirror. I mean, it probably already was fine, but just to kind of double check. And then we can do the, Control E, and then R for scale, scale that in a little bit. And then Control E again, W for move it down. Maybe you want to put a holding edge in here. Okay. Well, so for that, either adjust the shape of the top here of this, or adjust the shape of the skirt. It's up to you. I mean, you might want to give it more of a sense that there's a butt there anyways, so maybe we'll take these and B for soft select and kind of move this out some. Well, it's really pulling that away. I'm going to hold down B and just get that a little bit more local. Oh, I don't have symmetry on. Okay, no, I do. Better. Um, I mean, this kind of bottom is a little weird, but I guess it's alright. Um, I just imagine it being pushed up. Here, I feel like you haven't followed the contour of the drawing for the breasts. That you're, like the breasts in the drawing have a lot more mass. Um, so you could add that. I think you probably need more detail here. Maybe another couple edge loops to kind of even that out, and then what you might use, well, might help to kind of take these, maybe soft select. I don't know. And then W for move, but then move in the normal direction. Hold down W, left mouse click, axis normal, and that's the same as double clicking here and changing this top one from to normal there, and then it kind of moves them outwards, um, kind of at a point perpendicular to the surface where that is. And maybe another row here. Well, that's going to add it to the arm. If you're going to do that, I would attach the hands first. But yeah, even here, even now, they still don't have the size that you have in the drawing. So you could keep going with that, and then maybe push this line in the center a little bit. And anyways, you could work on the breast shape a little bit more. This is looking a little close here. Well, I just want this to be, I'm going to use shift right mouse click slide edge and slide this back a little bit, and then similarly this point is like, just reset this here. Anyway, it's getting there. I just think that needs more time and attention. You can keep going, maybe pushing some of these in the back a little bit. I think you could definitely get more of a shoulder shape going. Okay, and you can maybe push in the armpit a little bit more too. Maybe I'll use soft select for that. Okay, etc., etc. And then kind of, what do you? Oh, that's just going to go straight into the neck, and I guess you'll just. Are you just going to paint this on? That's actually, maybe that's what you want to do, is just paint that on. And just have this be one seamless surface. That's probably going to be the easiest thing. There's already a separate video on how to connect the hands, so I'm not going to do that again. These boots are looking okay. They're still pretty blocky. I think you could get some more curves going on here, like kind of rounding out these shapes a lot more. just think you need to spend some time really shaping it, you know, because right now it's a little blocky. Maybe, yeah, this could probably move in, and that, and so forth. Yeah, it's just real kind of squared off still. Oops. Um, anyway, and just keep going. Um, with that shape, I just think it needs more time and attention. Okay. But yeah, overall, this is looking good. You know, you have a separate thing on how to do the arms.